if you plot out the trend lines for depression, anxiety, self-harm, and suicide, they're relatively flat until around 2010. And then all over the English-speaking world, they start shooting up around 2012 plus or minus a year. In fact, just 10 minutes ago, my research assistant and I put up a post showing that rates of suicide are at peak levels across the Anglosphere, but only for girls. So I think this is a real discovery. You'll see the post on my Substack. So anyway, I'm sorry to give you a shorter answer. What we're seeing is a very sharp, sudden change in girls' mental health all around the Anglosphere and the Nordic countries. It's the same thing. And this will relate back to the previous talk. It's in those countries where there was a lot of independence and young people were not deeply rooted in communities and religious communities and in families. There's a lot of individualism. In those countries, when everything changed around 2012, all the kids got smartphones, or the girls all went on Instagram. It's right around then that in the Anglo and Nordic countries, the girls especially get washed away. And you cannot grow up in networks. You have to grow up in communities. I'll just add two other variables to this when you ask about individual differences. We have plots on some graphs I would show, or you can find in my Substack post, showing that it's especially, it's not just girls, it's girls on the left, and it's secular conservatives. So if you're a religious, if your kid was a religious conservative, on average your mental health is not really much worse than it was 10 years ago. If you're a secular liberal girl, you probably, literally, like more than half say, I've been told that I have a mental health problem. So those are the main demographics of what's happening. We're here to talk about the fragmentation of society and the future of what I think is the best way to live together, which is the Anglo-style liberal democracy.